or the verbal expression. It may be more than one word. Like sometimes you have the questions and the negatives. They'll usually have a second word in there. The verb comes first here in the first column, going all the way down. At the top is the present tense, ta, nil, and will, and nach will. The second box here is the past tense, vi, ni rev, unrev, and nach rev. The third one here is the future tense, be, ni ve, unme, and nach me. And then we have the habitual tense at the bottom, bien, ni vien, unmien, and nach mien. The box in the middle contains the thing that you may want or need. And then the last box here contains the expression using o, meaning from. So the first ones are the prepositional pronouns, wem, wet, why, wahi, weng, wev, wahu. And then there's some from certain people, from the man, on var, from the woman, on man, from the boy, on muchel, from the girl, on galin, from the police officer, on garde, from the teacher, on munchor, and from the doctor, on doktor. Now, probably more important is the thing that you may need or want. And if you can think of something else on your own that you may need or want, you can try to ad-lib it if you want. But let's go through the different things you could need or want. So remember, the noun comes in the middle of this expression. So the first noun we have here is a bag is mala.
Mala.
A book is yawer.
Yawer.
A car is car.
Car.
A chair, kahir.
Kahir.
A cup, cupon.
Cupon.
A drink, joch.
Joch.
Food is bia.
Bia.
Help is coward.
Coward.
A job, I don't think we've seen that one before, is pust.
Post.
Money is atagid.
Atagid.
A pen is pion.
Pion.
A ride is sheeb.
Sheep.
And sleep is kola.
Color.
And I think I listed them in alphabetical order by the English word. So if you're trying to look for a specific word, that goes alphabetically by English. So who wants to start off with a sentence? Do we have a guinea pig, or does Brian want to be first?
Bien erigid on munchor.
Okay, that's a good one. Did everybody follow that? Bien atagid on munchor. So bien, the habitual tense. Atagid is money. On munchor, from the teacher. So bien atagid on munchor, the teacher does be wanting money or does be needing money. Same thing in this expression. So,
If I wanted to say more money.
okay, yeah. See, that's one of the reasons I was afraid of putting that more in there, because you would still use that word tilla, which means more, but then atagid, meaning money, has to go into the genitive case, because you're literally saying an increase of money,
Okay.
or more of money. So that would be tilla atagid. So, mind if I erase this then?
I don't want to open a can of worms.
Yeah, we'll open that can of worms in the next semester, so don't worry about it. I don't really want to get too much into the genitive case because it's more involved than anything we've done so far. So we have money is atagid. Oh, that's a terrible D. Atagid. So that's money. But if you want to say of money, it's atagid. So that EA turns into an I. And this is what you would use if you were saying, oops. I better erase that one again. If you were saying tilla, still getting that wrong. So if you want to say money is atagid, but more money would be tilla atagid. So it means literally more of money. So that's one of the reasons I was a little hesitant to put that tilla in there, because you can use it with these ones, but this is a subtle change. Some of them are a little more.
D and an H at the end of
Oh yes, that's a DH at the end of tilla. Sorry, I think that's on the sheet of, that first sheet of tall wem. It's the last thing I have listed. If you want to see the spelling on that again, so tilla atagid. So yeah, you could say that, but it involves grammar that I don't really want to get into. And pretty much all of these things would probably change. They'd all make a subtle little change, and it would all be a different change, because that's a different animal altogether, the genitive case. Okay, well,
Nach mij sheep web
Okay, does everybody follow that? A negative question in the future, nach me. Sheeb is a ride, and wev is from y'all. So, nach me sheeb wev, won't you all need a ride? Okay, come on. Well, that's a comment.
Let me see. Tomorrow when?
Okay, there's a good one. Ta mala wem. So ta, present tense, ta is mala, a bag, wem, from me. Ta mala wem, I need a bag. A bag is away from me. It's not at me, therefore it's from me. Okay?
Neil Tilla Bort when.
Here till the what wem?
Bort.
Bort?
Trouble pod.
Oh, okay. I don't need more trouble. Neil Tilla Bort wem. Okay, that word's not on here. I'd have to look it up to spell it, I think. B-U-A-I-R-T. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay.
I think it's feminine. I couldn't see in the dictionary. The print's too small.
Oh, yeah. This, some of these dictionaries really tiny print.
Call them when?
Okay, there's a good one. Ta kula wem. Does everybody follow that? Kula is sleep. So ta kula wem, sleep is from me. In other words, I don't have, it's not at me, so it's from me. I need it or I want sleep. Come on. Mike, do you want to try one?
Yeah. On May Cordua, August irrigate, wet.
Okay. So does, no, sorry, I forgot how that sentence started. On May?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so on May, car nua August adagid wet. Was it wet? Sorry. Sometimes forget the details. So on May, car nua August adagid wet. So does everybody follow? On May is a question in the future. Will there be car nua, a new car, August and adagid, money, wet from you? So in other words, will you be needing a new car and money on May, car nua August adagid wet? Okay. You mean bay.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, unfortunately you can't just say ta for yes. You have to not only remember the verb that they used, but also what tense they used it in. So
Would it be
will,
possible to say that you needed it now, though, not in the future? You were just saying.
no, he asked it in the future tense, so you have to respond in the future tense. So he asked on May, so you'd say bay for yes and nive for no. Literally you're saying, he's asking, will all these things be from you? And you're saying, they will be or they won't be. But yeah, so that is one of those tricky things about Irish, that you don't have yes and no. You have to remember the verb and you have to remember the tense it was asked in as well. Okay, Mary, do you want to try a sentence?
Me and joke and yarda.
Sorry?
Me and joke
Oh, okay, on me and joch on narde.
on yarda.
Okay, does everybody follow that? On mian joch on narde. So on mian is the habitual tense and it's a question. On mian, does there be joch, a drink, on narde from the police officer? So on mian joch on narde, does the police officer be needing a drink? I would imagine the answer is bien. Ach nie bien when he's on the jobs. Kevin?
Nach Rev Jock Ella Woogie.
Okay, does everybody follow that? Nach rev joch ella wohi.
She.
Right. So nach rev is a negative question in the past tense. Nach rev wasn't there. Joch is a drink. Wohi from her. So literally, wasn't there a drink from her? Nach rev joch wohi. Oh, joch ella. That's right. I forgot a word. Joch ella. Another drink. Nach rev joch ella wohi. Didn't she need another drink, or didn't she want another drink? Come on, Sahi.
Viljauer on Var.
Viljauer on var. Is that right? Okay. Viljauer on var. So vi, past tense, a positive statement. Ljauer, a book. On var, from the man. Viljauer on var, the man wanted a book, or the man needed a book. Okay. Amash?
Being bio wahu.
Okay. So does everybody follow that? Bien bia wahu. Be in the habitual tense, there does be. Bia, food. Wahu, from them. Be in bia wahu, they do be needing food. Okay, come on. Do we want to give this a second go around, or do we want to just skip to the long conversation? We're probably about due for that long conversation, so. So now this conversation contains some of the stuff we learned tonight, but it actually is meant to contain a whole bunch of stuff that we've been learning throughout the course of this semester.
Yeah.
So hopefully the purpose of this conversation here is to give you a little bit of practical review in conversational form of all of the stuff we've been learning from the first class right up to this point here. Now you'll notice I have a few of these words underlined. Those are ones I figure you're probably safe to ad-lib if you feel like it. Or you can just read what's on the paper. It may sound a little weird if you get the part that says Moira and your name is actually Bob, but if you want to say Moira, you can go ahead and be Moira. We don't judge you. So, the first person in this long conversation starts out saying, hello, Giarich. Second person responds, hello again, Giasmuirich. First person then says,